Visitors, the Western Washington Vikings. And the designated home team in this game, the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, as announced by head coach Cheryl Gilmore, the Western Washington Vikings. Leading off, the second baseman, number 20, Chantel Chimabukuro. Batting second, the right fielder, number 5, Mackenzie Palmer. Batting third, the shortstop, number 19, Tatum Dow. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 44, Brooke Pessenbeck. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 8, Lauren Lowe. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 18, Riley Wales. Batting seventh and pitching, number 7, Anna Kasner. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 24, Dakota Brooks. Batting ninth is the designated player, number 23, Kira Doe. In the flex position and catching for the Vikings is number 13, Erica Harding. Ladies and gentlemen, the Western Washington Vikings. Now, as announced by head coach Rich Wagner, here is the starting lineup for the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. Leading off, second baseman, number 14, Emma Mulligan. Batting second, the shortstop, number 4, Ivy Hummel. Batting third, the catcher, number 17, Brittany Genuardi. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 24, Sydney Booth. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 9, Maya McNichol. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 5, Abigail Gagnon. Batting seventh is the designated player, number 7, Nikki Zubella. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 12, Madison Strickler. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 22, Madison Felter. In the flex position and pitching for the Nighthawks is number 18, Tori Hensley. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we invite you to rise. We ask that everybody please remove their hats as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flare, almost bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Doing good.
Ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that Western Oregon University, GNAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Your Western cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner.
Woo softball field here in Monmouth as we get ready for day number 2 of the 2021 GNAC Softball Championships. Dustin Daniel here along with you. So we get ready for the winner's side of the bracket in game number 1. One of these two teams will get a win here today and will be set for Championship Saturday in the driver's seat and just one win away from a 2021 title. It's the number 1 seeded Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks taking on the number 2 seeded Western Washington Vikings. Both teams squeaking out a 1-run win on day number 1 of our tournament. As we saw a couple of very exciting games yesterday. In the first game of the day, Western Washington with a 1-0 win over St. Martin's. They got a 1-hitter from pitcher Anna Kastner, and she'll be back in the circle again today for the Vikings. And for NNU, it was a 2-1 walk-off win over Western Oregon University as it came down to the wire in that one, squeaking out the 2-1 victory. Wolves led early on, but NNU coming back with runs in the 3rd and the bottom of the 7th inning to secure the victory. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups now. We'll start with the defensive side of things for Northwest Nazarene. They're going to put Tori Hensley in the circle. Hensley 8-3 with a 3.40 earned run average this season. The defense behind her, Brittany Genuardi is going to be her catcher. Sydney Booth is at first. Emma Mulligan at second. Ivy Hommel will be the shortstop. And Abigail Gagnon, the third baseman. Left or right in the Nighthawks outfield, Maya McNichol, Madison Felter, and Madison Strickler. For Western Washington, Chantel Shimabukuro, the second baseman, is going to lead off the lineup. Behind Shimabukuro, it's Mackenzie Palmer in the 2 spot. She's playing right field. Tatum Dow hits third. Brooke Fessenbeck's going to clean up. Lauren Lowe, Riley Wales, Anna Kastner, Dakota Brooks, and Kira Doan will be the hitting order. Erica Hardy is going to play the flex and catch today for Western Washington. First pitch in from Hensley is going to be fouled out on the first base side for strike number 1. We get rolling at 9:28 here in Monmouth, Oregon. So the schedule for today, we got this 9:30 game going. Winner of this will be done for the day. They'll be on to Championship Saturday, just 1 win away from a title. The loser will have to wait and play again later in the afternoon, as the 0-1 offering in for Shimabukuro will miss inside. Loser of this game will have to wait for the winner of the Western Oregon St. Martin's game. That's an anticipated 12:30 first pitch for that game. And then a 3:30 again for the loser of this versus the winner of the Saints and the Wolves. Offering in for Shimabukuro. This is a drive deep to left center field. This one's trouble. Back to the wall. Just sneaks over for a leadoff solo home run. And Chantel Shimabukuro gets us started in style on day 2 with a solo shot, putting the Vikings up 1-0. For Shimabukuro, that is her first home run of the season and comes in a big spot to give the Vikings a very quick lead. That is her first Western Washington home run as the junior college transfer in her first year with the Vikings. And quite the start for Western Washington. Here's Mackenzie Palmer, the batter. Taking a closer look at the numbers of Tori Hensley this season. This will be her 12th start of the year, 18th total appearance, as Palmer fouls that one off. 8-3 record, 3.40 earned run average for Hensley. The junior makes her home in Kirkland, Washington. In 70 innings of work, she has struck out 58, walked 12, given up 71 hits. That was the 9th home run that she has allowed this season. Again, Chantel Shimabukuro with the leadoff solo home run to get us going. Taking the offering. Slap down the third base side and foul. Palmer will come back and do it again in a 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Low roller in front of the circle. Hensley collects, throws over to first, gets the out. That home run from Shimabukuro just snuck over the fence. It looked like for a moment that Madison Felter had a play at it. It was right at the wall. Only got over by a foot or so. Felter had the read on it, just couldn't quite get there in time. 1 out and nobody on. The batter now Tatum Dow. Some exciting news coming in for Tatum Dow and her teammate Anna Kastner, as the pair have been named to a top 30 list for National Player of the Year. Deep fly ball down the left field line, and the Vikings have done it again. Tatum Dow goes yard with a solo shot. So of the first 3 batters of this game, Western Washington has already collected 2 home runs, and just like that, the Vikings with a 2-0 lead. The offense very quiet for Western Washington yesterday. They had just 1 run, but that's all they needed, collecting 6 hits in that victory over St. Martin's 1-0. Off to a hot start here this morning. Brooke Fessenbeck is the batter. For Tatum Dow, that is home run number 6 of the season. That leads the Vikings in that category. Western Washington has a team now with 19 home runs on the season. Fessenbeck gets a hold of it, puts it into left center field. 1 out single for her. 3 hits in the first 4 batters for the Vikings. Now a quick conversation going on out of the circle as Hensley tries to settle in, find some outs. She did get ground out of Palmer, but the sequence so far, Shima Bukuro, leadoff solo home run, her first with Western Washington. Ground out, Tatum Dow then homers to left, and Brooke Fessenbeck just singled to left center. That brings up Lauren Lowe with 1 on and 1 out. Western Washington quickly leading 2-0. Offering in for Lowe. In for a called strike. Gives her count 0-2. Lowe 0 for 3 yesterday with a strikeout. The 2 misses high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're Western Washington, you got to be feeling good about a 2-0 lead, even at this early juncture. What we haven't talked about yet, they're putting Anna Kastner in the circle. Fresh off of a 1-hitter yesterday where she struck out 12 batters, conference's all-time leader in strikeouts. Popped up foul by Lowe. She'll stay alive in a 1-2 count. 2-2 count, that is. So if you're Northwest Nazarene, who just managed 2 runs yesterday, it's going to be a steep uphill battle trying to get 2 runs off of Kastner. Lowe pops out to short as Hommel backs up into shallow left field to make that catch. 2 away. So now 2 down. This is Riley Wales, 5th batter of the inning. Gets a hold of it, drives it to right field, but a look for Strickler, who's there, able to make the catch and end the inning. Damage done, though. Western Washington, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Runner left aboard. Home runs from Shima Bukuro and Dow give the Vikings a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the 1st. Nighthawks will get their first chance at the plate.
Okay! Western Washington a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Santos Shimabukuro, Tatum Dow, each with their shot. Vikings up before Anna Kastner even takes to the circuit. Senior right-hander dealing with the top of the Northwest Nazarene order. Again for the second baseman, Emma Mulligan. First pitch in for a strike. Take a look at the Northwest Nazarene lineup. Emma Mulligan. Leading things off, Ivy Hammer will hit second. Brittany Jimmy Ward is in the 3 spot. Sydney Big things up. Nick Nickel, Abigail Gandon. The third is Vela, when the 2 hits for the first time in the championship.
The Western Washington lead here in the bottom of the first inning. As there's a pair of solo home runs, Chantel Shimabukuro, Tatum Dow each going yard for the Vikings to put them up early before Anna Kastner even takes to the circle. Now facing Emma Mulligan, leadoff hitter for the Nighthawks. NNU, number 1 seed in these championships with some work to do. They're going to have to fight through one of the best pitchers in the conference in Kastner. 2-1 offering in for a called strike on the second baseman. Mulligan evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taking a look at the Nighthawks lineup, Mulligan leading off and playing second. Ivy Hammel's going to hit in the 2 spot. That moves Brittany Genuardi to the 3 spot. Sydney Booth will clean up. Maya McNichol hits behind her. Abigail Gagnon, Nicole Zuvela, Madison Strickler, and Madison Felter, the 9 in the order for Northwest Nazarene. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as Anna Kastner collects her first strikeout of the day. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. Anna Kastner coming off of a complete game shutout, 1-hitter on Thursday. Get the Western Washington Vikings a 1-0 win over St. Martin's. First pitch in for Ivy Hommel, pops up foul, first base side, and out of play. Let's take a look at the defense behind her. Her catcher is going to be Erica Hardy. Dakota Brooks is at first, Chantel Shimabukuro at second. Tatum Dow, the shortstop, in that middle infield, responsible for 2 home runs in the top of the first. Brooke Fessenbeck's over at third base. Left fielder is Riley Wales, Lauren Lowe's in center, Mackenzie Palmer in right field. Kastner's 0-1 offering, fouled off again by Hommel. Again, looking at the line of Anna Kastner yesterday, 7 innings of work, no runs, 1 hit. Did allow 1 walk and struck out 12. And this is nothing new for Kastner. She's currently making her 5th appearance in a GNAC championship. In her previous 4 outings, 26 2/3 innings of work, 35 strikeouts. She was named the GNAC Tournament MVP back in 2017. Last title for the Vikings. 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 pitch offered in. Hommel was able to battle it off. Ivy Hommel, the Northwest Nazarene shortstop. Picked up a couple hits yesterday in the NNU win. She went 2 for 3 with an RBI. 1-2 pitch, popped up, foul territory, first base side, playable. Dakota Brooks is there. She makes a catch in foul ground and makes it 2 away here in the bottom of 1. That brings up the GNAC Player of the Year. Here's Brittany Genuardi. 1 for 3 outing for her yesterday. Here's the Nighthawks earning the walk-off win. A 2-1 victory over the Western Oregon Wolves. First pitch called strike on Genuardi. Closer look at the pitching numbers of Anna Kastner. Kastner 11-3 this season, 1.74 her earned run average. She has now eclipsed the 100 innings pitched mark. She gets a swing and a miss out of Genuardi, puts her into an 0-2 count. She has struck out 127 this season. And actually with the one earlier in this inning, make it 128. Taking her to 526 all-time strikeouts for her career. 0-2 offering for Genuardi, does not miss by much. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the inning, you catcher. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Kastner wheels and delivers 1-2. That misses high, up around the shoulders. Product of Fife High School in Milton, Washington. Anna Kastner currently a top 30 finalist for National Player and Pitcher of the Year, along with her teammate and her shortstop, Tatum Dow. Two offering. Genuardi takes it at the knees, called strike number 3. 2 strikeouts here in a 1-2-3 first inning for Anna Kastner. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left aboard. Western Washington takes a 2-0 lead as we go to the top of the second. Anna Kastner sets down the Nighthawks in order in the bottom of the first inning, including a couple of strikeouts. 2-0 Western Washington's lead as we go to the top of the second. Tori Hensley back for her second inning of work in the circle, gets the first pitch foul ball off the bat of Anna Kastner. She tries to help out her own cause. Kastner was able to tack a hit on the board yesterday, 1 for 2 with a walk at the plate. She hit in the 8th spot yesterday, moving up to the 7th spot for this game. As we're seeing, it's a little bit different of a look for Western Washington. Not much. Kastner hit in the 8th spot. Brooks was in the 9th spot. Kira Doan has been inserted into the lineup in the 9th spot for Western Washington, so that takes them up a couple of spots in the order. Hensley staring in, gives the nod to Genuardi. Pitch on the way. That bounces in the right-handed batter's box. So we are not seeing Tori McDowell in this lineup. She was a designated player yesterday. Kastner pulls it foul left side. Other than that, we're getting the same lineup for the Vikings. Just Kira Doan in and Tori McDowell out, both playing the DP positions. 2-strike offering fouled off. Kastner will stay alive, 1-2. Now this is the 7, 8, 9 in the order. After Western Washington able to put 6 at the plate in the first. Got 3 hits, including 2 home runs. First time this season they've had a multi-home run inning. 1-2. Runs inside, but protecting. Kastner pulls it foul off the third base dugout netting. Again, this will be the first of 3 games today here at Woos Softball Field. Western Oregon hosting the 2021 GNAC Championships. Runs inside, almost catches Kastner, but she's just able to get out of the way. So 2 balls and 2 strikes are count. Hensley 2-2. Flown into right center field, playable. Calling for it is Strickler. She's there to make the catch. And we've got 1 down here in the top of the second. Madison Strickler, the Nighthawks second baseman, had herself a solid Thursday afternoon. She went 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. She was a hero of that ballgame. That was a walk-off base hit in the 7th to give the Nighthawks a 2-1 victory over Western Oregon, keep them in the winner's bracket. That would have been quite the upset should the Wolves have pulled that off. They originally were not slated to be in these championships, snuck in late, and just about took down the #1 seed in the opening game. That was a big pull foul there by Dakota Brooks. Really barreled that one up. Had the distance just a little bit too far in front of it, pulled it deep down the left field line foul. Quickly putting her in an 0-2 count. Swings at 1 in the dirt. Januardi able to get the tag on before Brooks gets out of the box. So that'll be the first strikeout of the day for Tori Hensley, who looks to be settling in now. She's faced 8 batters in her first 4, gave up 3 hits, including 2 home runs, but has now retired the last 4 she has seen. Has 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the second. That brings up Kira Doan, getting her first at-bat of the tournament. Takes 1 in the dirt for ball #1. It's going to be the middle of the NNU order due up in the bottom of 2. Booth, McNichol, and Gagnon. Hensley's 1-0, grounder, third base side, and foul. Evens the count at 1-1 on Doan. First time seeing Kira Doan. Let's take a look at her numbers. This is her 16th start of the season, hitting .390 on the year. Been a big singles hitter. Just 1 extra base hit this year. She did have a double amongst her 16 hits. Fouls 1 off, moves her count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Doan making her home in Briar, Washington. A junior this season with the Vikings. Spent all 3 of her collegiate years with Western Washington as well. Fouling off a couple to keep the inning going. 2 outs, nobody on, and a 1-2 count on the designated player. Hensley's 1-2. Goes off speed, gets her looking as Doan will get rung up. That's back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Hensley, and she goes 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. No runs, hits, or errors, nobody left the board. Western Washington still leading 2-0 over Northwest Nazarene. They'll get their second chance at the plate when we come back. 2-0 our score, Western Washington leading. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Tori Hensley settling in nicely in the top of 2, retires the side in order, including her first 2 strikeouts of the ball game. We're going to see Booth, McNichol, and Gagnon coming to the plate here in the bottom of 2. First pitch in from Anna Kastner, misses low on Sydney Booth. Booth, heck of a two-way player. Starting pitcher yesterday for Northwest Nazarene. She would go the distance in that one through 7 innings. She just gave up 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 8 and walked 3 during her 14th win of the season for NNU. That's nearly half of their total wins. They're 29-10 in overall record this year. 14 of those W's have come with Booth in the circle. She'll now play first base here today, giving Hensley the shot to pitch the Nighthawks to victory. Called strike on Booth, moves her count 1-2. GNAC pitcher of the year, also having a really nice offensive season. .391 her batting average. As we're seeing both Booth and Kastner doing on both sides of the softball this year. Swing and a miss. There's strikeout number 3 for Anna Kastner. 3 of the first 4 she has seen in this game going down on Ks. It certainly doesn't look like she's got a shot of catching her season high in strikeouts, as Kastner's freshman year of college was really one for the books. First pitch, swing and a miss. That's Maya McNichol at the plate. McNichol, the left fielder. Back in 2017, part of that GNAC championship team, Anna Kastner was able to strike out 188 batters in 143 innings. Now she's pitched about 40 fewer innings this season. Has had about 60 fewer strikeouts. Just a matter of not having the work, but as the numbers go, she probably wouldn't be on pace for it. But she wouldn't be off by much. Again, she's got 3 strikeouts in this game. That gets her to 130 total on the season, so she's 58 shy of what she did her freshman season. That was as a freshman. And you got to put up big numbers like that to be able to take down a conference's strikeout record, and she certainly has done that. McNichol awaits the 1-2, cut and a miss. Kastner picking up right where she left off. Over the last 2 days, she has now thrown 8 2/3 innings and has struck out 16 in that time. 2 outs, nobody on. NNU still looking for their first base runner of the game. This is Abigail Gagnon. Gagnon, the third baseman, takes a pitch outside for ball number 1. 319 hitter. And this is a really potent NNU offense. They're hitting .341 as a team. And just look at what Kastner's been able to do with the top 5 of the lineup so far. It really says something about the quality of the pitching. Gagnon hitting .319. That's good for 5th best on the team. Now, when you have a .319 hitter that's only 5th best on the team, you know you really got something going at the plate. Foul off by Gagnon. Her count now 1-2 strikes. However, the Nighthawks have been fairly quiet the last 2 days. Couldn't figure out Maddie Mayer yesterday. Only able to pick up 2 runs off of her. So now over their last almost 9 innings, just been 2 runs, 6 hits. For them, definitely a low production day. 1-2, swing and a miss. And Anna Kastner strikes out the side here in the second. She has K'd 5 of the first 6 batters of this game. She is off and rolling. 2 innings in the books. Vikings lead 2-0.
Sounds lovely. There's something I've been thinking about. Yeah, it's been on my mind.
Anna Kastner now with 5 strikeouts in her first 2 innings of work. Western Washington leading Northwest Nazarene 2-0 here in game 1, or second day of action in the 2021 GNAC Softball Championships. Winner of this game is on to championship Saturday. They'll be able to rest the rest of the afternoon and will just be 1 win away from a 2021 title. The loser will have to come back and play at 3:30 this afternoon against either St. Martin's University or Western Oregon University. This is the top of the order for Western Washington. It's Shimabukuro, Palmer, and Dow. Pitch missing up on Chantel Shimabukuro. Solo home run back in the first, her first of the season, and first in a Viking uniform. One of 2 home runs hit by Western Washington in the inning. Tatum Dow, who's in the hole right now, had the other. Two-one count on Shimabukuro taking duties at second base. Didn't have a hit yesterday, but was able to score the lone run of the ball game after reaching on a walk. They've been a big part of the Western run production so far. Frames up a bunt, pulls back. 3-0's gonna miss, 4-pitch walk. To start the top of the third for Tori Hensley. Well, she continues to have trouble with the leadoff hitter in the Viking order. Had settled in nicely on the back half of the lineup. Retired 5 straight before that walk. 1 on, nobody out. I'll bring back up Mackenzie Palmer. Palmer, left-handed hitter, able to attack an extra base hit on the board yesterday. 3 for 3 for her. She had a double mixed in there. She had half of the Vikings hits. Puts one down in front of home plate. Able to beat it out. Umpire says Mulligan pulled her foot off of the bag as the second baseman rushed over to cover. Everybody's safe, and an infield base hit for Palmer. Her 4th hit of the tournament, and that's going to make it 2 on with nobody out. An opportunity forming here for Western Washington to extend their lead. That brings back up Tatum Dow. Newcomer of the year to the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Been tearing the cover off the ball this season. Takes one low. It's in the dirt, blocked by Genuardi. There's the count, 2 balls, no strikes. And Hensley's going to have to be careful here. 2 runners on. Knowing the average and the power that Dow has, this is a tough at bat. Can't really pitch around her. You load the bases for your cleanup hitter if you do so. Actually, I misspoke. This is not Hensley back for the third. This is Gina Skinner. It's just going to be 2 innings of work for Hensley. Dow fouls it off on the right side. So the line for Hensley, 2 innings. He gives up 2 runs on 3 hits, strikes out a couple, and does not issue a walk. Skinner puts that one in the dirt. Pitching numbers this season for Gina Skinner. 3-2 record, 3.05. Her ERA on the year. This is the 9th time she has come in relief. Hasn't made a start this year. Dow, chopper to third base, off the top of the glove of Gagnon, who's able to knock it down just enough to keep it in the infield, but everybody's safe. And the base is now loaded for Western Washington. So we've gone walk, single, single. So it's Dow at first, Palmer at second, Shimabukuro at third. First pitch in for Fessenbeck. He sneaks away from Genuardi, but kept it close enough that Shimabukuro is going to hold up at third. So Skinner, the new pitcher, a freshman from Moses Lake, Washington. It's the first time she has seen Western Washington this season. 1-0 offering in there for a called strike on Fessenbeck, 1-1. Last time she was out in the circle, back on the 1st of the month in Billings against MSUB, she went 4 1/3 of shutout relief. Did allow 2 hits, no walks, and no strikeouts. Pitch high, ricochets off of the glove of Genuardi. Coming home from third, Shimabukuro. She's going to get in there safe. And I think that one's going to have to go in the books as a pass ball. Seemed very catchable for Genuardi. Did have to get out of her crouch a little bit. It's deflected off the edge of her glove. Everybody's going to advance and make it a 3-0 Western Washington lead. There's a cut and a miss from Fessenbeck. Her count now 2-2. So Skinner yet to retire a batter here in the top of 3, and the Vikings have extended their advantage. Dow at second, Palmer at third. Fessenbeck fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. It's gone walk, single, single to load the bases, and then a pass ball brings in the run. Two pitch, cut and a miss. There's a big strikeout. And Skinner, not particularly a big strikeout pitcher, but she gets one there that she certainly needed. One away here in the top of 3. Top 4 in this order for Western Washington, very productive so far. They are a combined 4 for 6. Make it 5 for 6, actually, the top 4 in the order. That one down the left field line. They're going to say does land in fair off the bat of Lauren Lowe. She goes after her first pitch. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Throw to the plate. Gets back to the backstop. It's a 2 RBI double for Lauren Lowe, advancing to third on the throw home. And the Vikings have busted this one open. It's 5-0. Lauren Lowe wasting no time at all. Goes after the first pitch she sees. Cranks it to left, and she's already on third base, threatening to score herself. Here's Riley Wales. Lone outside for ball number 1. Wales, left fielder, lined out in her first at bat. She is 0 for 1. Go back to looking at that top 4 in the Western Washington order. 5 hits in 7 at bats, 5 runs scored, 2 RBI, 2 home runs, even had a walk in there. So they've reached 6 times in 8 plate appearances in this game so far. Vikings with a big advantage. Pitch grounded to second, knocked down by Mulligan. The play at first, can't make it there. Run comes in to score, everybody's safe. Not sure what happened with Sydney Booth at first, but for some reason could just not drag that one in. That'll be interesting to see how that one gets scored. I think you have to give the air to Booth there and not Mulligan. Mulligan gave her a shot to make the play. Booth could not pull it in. The wheels falling off for Northwest Nazarene here in the 3rd. They have allowed 4 runs so far. 2 errors have been committed in the inning. 2 hits and a walk. 6-0 the Western Washington lead. 7th batter of the inning is Anna Kastner. And she's now got a lot of wiggle room to work with in the circle. Kastner flares this one into right field, passes a diving Mulligan, sliding into second base. They are going to get Wales there. So it's just going to be a fielder's choice reach for Kastner as Wales just gets beat out. Good throw in from Strickler. That'll be the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and Kastner now replaces Wales on the base path. Brings up Dakota Brooks. Western Washington 1 batter away from batting through the order. Foul off on the first base side by Dakota Brooks. 0 for 1 with a strikeout for her. It looks like they are going to mark it a fielding error on Sydney Booth. So we've seen an error by Maya McNichol, one by Sydney Booth in this inning. Brooks puts it on the ground to third. Gagnon able to make the play. And that will wrap up a top of the third for the NNU defense. 4 runs able to score in the frame. Makes it a 6-0 Western Washington lead. Zuvela, Strickler, and Felter due up.
Oh, it's right, dude. I know.
For Northwest Nazarene, at the bottom of the third, designated player, number 7, Nikki Rubella.
Our score as we head into the bottom of the third inning. A 4-run top of the third for Western Washington that included 3 errors and 2 hits. They put 8 batters at the plate and really opened up this ball game. Anna Kastner back for her third inning of work. Zuvela, Strickler, Felter. The 7, 8, 9 hitters that she'll deal with. She struck out 5 of the 6 batters she has faced thus far. Zuvela swings through the offering for a strike. First at bat of the tournament for Nicole Zuvela. Did not see her yesterday. She's taking designated player duties today for NNU. Yesterday it was Tori Hensley getting the DP spot, but she's the starting pitcher from today's game. They took her out of the hitting order after she went 1 for 3 with a run yesterday. So Zuvela getting her first looks at the tourney. Awaits the 1-2 offering from Kastner. On the way, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Anna Kastner. She's got 18 Ks over her last 9 1/3 innings. Is barely shy of averaging 2 an inning in this championships. Here's Madison Strickler, 1 out, nobody on. NNU has double barrel action in the bullpen. Is looking for someone to stick in the circle. They've had some issues with Hensley and Skinner so far. Now a lot of ground to make up against a pitcher who's really been in the zone. Strickler takes one high. Strickler, walk-off base hit yesterday to give NNU the 2-1 win over Western Oregon. She was able to score one of the Nighthawks runs and then knocked in the other one. Got a miss on the 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes to the Northwest Nazarene right fielder. One out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch, little check swing. They're going to ring her up. That's now 6 strikeouts in a row for Anna Kastner. 7 total in the game. We have yet to see a ball leave the infield for NNU. That brings up Madison Felter, last batter that hasn't come to the plate for the Nighthawks. 6-0 the Vikings lead. We're in the bottom of 3. First pitch, got a miss. Again, this is a Northwest Nazarene team hitting over 340 as a team, ranked 11th nationally in team batting average coming into this championships. Had 4 of the best 6 hitters in the GNAC, and they haven't had a ball leave the infield. 0-2 count on Felter. Kastner looking for her 8th strikeout of the game and her 7th consecutive. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away. Felter a little bit underneath it and fouls it straight back. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts in a row for Anna Kastner, 8 total in the game. It's been 9 up and 9 down so far. Western Washington in the driver's seat. 6-0 our score, Vikings lead. We head to the 4th.
Northwest Nazarene, nothing.
Hey, Hannah! That was impressive. Thank you. I saw that. I was watching the whole thing. Do it next time. Okay, then I'll call.
Western Washington,
6-0 lead for Western Washington heading into the top of the 4th, but despite the hot offense early on, the story of this one, just like yesterday, has been the pitching of Anna Kastner. She has struck out 8 of the 9 batters she has seen in this game, retired all 9 in order, and has now struck out 20 batters in the 10 innings she has thrown in this tournament. Vikings looking to extend their lead. They got their 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Here's one hopper to first off the bat of Kira Doan. Sydney Booth able to get there and take care of it herself for the unassisted put out. 1 down in the top of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order, Shima Bukuro coming up. Reached and scored twice in this game. She's 1 for 1, a home run, a walk. 2 runs scored and looking to extend. Part of an 8-batter third inning. And coming into this game, you expect this to be a little bit more of a pitcher's duel, given you've got the top 2 ERAs in the GNAC for a team that is going at it. This has been Western Washington on both sides of the softball. Gina Skinner's in the circle for her first inning of work. I should say her second inning, that is. She did throw the third. This is up to Shimabukuro. Kicking the offering. That one's in at the knees, called strike. Conditions a little bit more player friendly here today. We had a lot of wind moving in on Thursday. Shimabukuro pops this one up. A couple steps in front of home. Booth, the first baseman, calls for it. She's able to get there in front of the circle and make the catch for out number 2. That's the first time that Chantel's going to be retired in this game. And we have 2 down. Should this score stick as is, I imagine that's who we're going to be seeing pitching for game 2 of the day for the Nighthawks. Sydney Booth, first baseman, you just saw make the catch. Kenzie Palmer now the batter with 2 outs, no one on. Palmer showing bunt, pulls back Skinner's offering. In at the knees for a called strike. Western Washington was retired in order in the second, so this wouldn't be their first 1-2-3 inning at the plate should it go down like that. But that 1-2-3 second was surrounded by 6 batters and 2 runs in the first and 8 batters and 4 runs in the third. 2-1 count on Palmer. Just catches the bottom of the zone, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. This is outside. Count runs full on the lefty. Three-2. There's a strikeout. Gina Skinner's second. And that'll make it a 1-2-3 top of the 4th inning. Skinner settles in relief. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-0, Vikings leading.
Hey, I wouldn't have done that. I didn't hear it. Oi, oi, oi.
Bottom of the 4th, Vikings leading 6-0. Anna Kastner, 8 strikeouts, 3 innings of shutout work. First pitch in, this is going to be Mulligan, Hommel, and Genuardi, top of the order coming up. Looks like Northwest Nazarene head coach Rich Wagner, some words for the home plate umpires. takes a few steps towards third where Wagner set up in the coaching box, and they have a quick discussion about something. 1-0 offering. Good cut and a miss by Mulligan. Rain's starting to come down. This is the hardest we've seen it yet today. We had a little bit of a drizzle early on. Now picking up. Not sure if it's, yeah, it's a little bit visible on the screen there. You can see the rain starting to come in. Nothing that's really going to affect gameplay too much other than perhaps Kastner's ability to get a grip on the ball. You can see her making sure she's got it covered up well. Count 1-2 on M. Mulligan, looking for her 8th consecutive strikeout. Pitch misses high and away. 2-2. That's a good 2-strike pitch. You got a couple to work with. So 2-2 on Mulligan. She struck out swinging her first time up. She's 0 for 1. 2-2. Cut and a miss. Oh, I guess it must have been 2-1 there. Had 2-2 on her board. They took one off. All right. That'll make it 2-2. Popped up. First base side out of play. That was a quick little bit of rain. It's already stopped at this point. I think this is what we're going to see throughout the day. A couple of patches here and there. 2-2. Lifted into left center field. This one's got something under it. It looks to be playable. McNichol, say Wales that is, able to get there and make the catch for the out. And that'll be one away in the bottom of the 4th inning. That ends the run at 7 consecutive retired by strikeout. It's 10 in a row that Kastner has set down. Deep fly there for Mulligan too, really got a hold of it. First pitch, this is Ivy Hommel swinging a miss for strike number 1. Kastner was 1 strikeout away from tying a school record for consecutive strikeouts, which she set herself back in February 2020. Did it against Fort Lewis. Bunt shown by Hommel and fouled away. Moves her count 0-2. So that is the first time with that fly out to left by Emma Mulligan. That is the first time since Ivy Hommel, who is now up, was at the plate, that a Nighthawk had not been retired by strikeout. And that's actually the first ball to leave the infield for NNU in this game as well. Takes them to the bottom of the 4th to get it. 1 out, no one on. 0-2 pitch. Just ticked off the end of the bat. Ivy Hommel trying to get something started for NNU. Shortstop popped out in foul territory to first for the first time up. Did have a couple hits yesterday. Fouls one back behind home, gets over the screen and out of play. This game got underway just about an hour ago. Game number 1 of 3 today at 12:30. Anticipated first pitch, St. Martin's in Western Oregon. Kastner goes off speed away and can't get Hommel to chase. 1-2 her count. Well, for those of us that haven't been with us the whole way in this one, Vikings took an early lead. 2 runs in the top of the first. Home runs from Chantel Shimla-Bukuro and Tatum Dow. 1-2, runs high. They're going to appeal down the check swing. No, she did not go. Almost count was 2-2. That put Western up 2-0 in the first. Then they scored 4 more in the third. 2 errors in that inning. 3 hits, including a double for Lauren Lowe, singles for Palmer and Dow. They did get retired in order in the top of this inning. Kastner and Hommel still battling. Had to get a little bit deeper in the pitch count with these first 2 batters of the fourth. Mulligan gave her a little bit of trouble, fouling off a couple of stay alive, and Hommel doing the same. 2-2, got a looking. Right at the knees, that's strikeout number 9 for Anna Kastner. She continues to improve on what has already been a historic Vikings career in the circle. 2 down, and it's been 11 in a row retired to start this game for her. First pitch, swing and a miss by Brittany Genuardi. Genuardi went down looking herself in the first inning. Though of these 9 strikeouts for Kastner, 3 of them so far have been looking strikeouts. He's in a 1-1 count with the NNU catcher. GNAC Player of the Year, .426 batter. Second best batting average in the conference, second only to the Western shortstop Tatum Dow. She now finds herself in a 2-strike count. 1-2, 2 outs, no one on. Bottom of the 4th inning and a 6-0 Western lead. 1-2 pitch, line away. Wind a little more straight out to center today. It was kind of right to left yesterday with just a little bit of outward flare to it. But right now, this is certainly a hitter's benefit. 2-2. Genuardi pops it up foul territory, first base side over towards the fence. Brooks not able to get there. That bounces off the top of the dugout. Unplayable for the first baseman. It'll be interesting to see going into the back part of this game. I can't imagine that they would give Kastner a break, but if you're armed with a 6-run lead, you get into the 5th, 6th inning. Is that a thought for the Vikings coaching staff? 2-2, swing and a miss. 10th strikeout of the day. I doubt it's a thought on their mind right now, but food for thought. It's the Vikings now 3 innings away from going to championship Saturday. That's 12 in a row retired by Anna Kastner. We're through 4 complete, 6-0 Vikings. Top of the 5th inning, 6-0 Western Washington leading Northwest Nazarene. It's been 12 consecutive. It's been retired by Anna Kastner. She has struck out 10 in this game and has Western Washington in the driver's seat. 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order for the Vikings as they look to extend on their 6-run lead. That's Dow, Fessenbeck, and Lowe coming up in the inning. Off-speed pitch misses high. This is Gina Skinner back for her 3rd inning of relief. Set down the side in order in the 4th after a rocky 3rd. Facing Tatum Dow, who's 2 for 2, couple runs scored. He got a home run back in the 1st inning as well. Conference leader in batting average. Certainly picked up right where she left off at the end of the regular season. Pulls it foul down the 3rd base side as that'll roll a good way down the left field line. It's been a fairly chilly one here this morning, 52 degrees. The temperature at first pitch, and it hasn't warmed up much. We're only going to get into the very low 60s for the rest of the games. Dow, again, a little bit too far out in front of it. It's still just 52 right now. It hasn't warmed up yet. Actually, the forecast is slowed down even more. We're going to be 57 for a high today, so it's going to be chilly conditions for all 3 of these games. And spot showers are expected for the next couple of hours. But with turf infield and the grass outfield, that does a great job of drainage. Don't think we're in any trouble of that affecting the play here today. Base on balls for Dow to lead off the inning. 2nd walk issued by Skinner in this game. Tatum Dow yet to be retired. She's reached all 3 plate appearances. Hard hit ball off the bat of Fessenbeck. Gets it hold of her first pitch. She'll hold up at first. Turning for 3rd is Dow. She'll be in safely. 2nd hit today for Brooke Fessenbeck. That puts runners on the corners. Another big inning here in the 5th for Western Washington. All of a sudden, and you might be looking at just 3 outs left to work with. It looks like they're going to take the opportunity here. They try and stop the bleeding to make a pitching change. It looks like Skinner waiting on the edge of the circle. It looks like her day will be done. I believe that's Jackie Vargas that's going to come out and take over pitching duty. So we'll step aside for a moment, let Jackie Vargas get in her warm-ups. We'll be back with more at the top of the 5th in a moment.
Your attention, please. Pinch running at first base for Fessenbeck. Number 2, Rachel Christensen. Now pitching for Northwest Nazarene, number 8, Jackie Vargas.
Jackie Vargas in to pitch for Northwest Nazarene. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 6-0 the Western Washington lead. The situation, nobody out, runners on the corners. As Tatum Dow walked to lead off the inning, Fessenbeck singled right behind her. And that was enough to knock Gina Skinner out of this game. 2+ innings of work for Skinner. 4 runs allowed on 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and responsible for 2 base runners. Off-speed offering in from Vargas will be in for a called strike. This is Lauren Lowe at the plate. The center fielder 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Numbers this season for Jackie Vargas, the senior from Montebello, California. 4-2 record, 2.35 her earned run average, 15th outing of the year and her 6th relief appearance. She does get a strike called on Lowe. A 1-2 count on the center fielder. A couple runs here for Vikings really have put on some pressure and take some extra outs away from NNU as far as their opportunities at the plate. Vargas 2-2. Lowe flies this one to left center field. This one's got a chance. Back to the wall, way out of here. Lauren Lowe, a 3-run home run. And that's going to make it a 9-0 Western Washington lead. That is their 3rd home run of the game. And for Lauren Lowe, a huge hit. Is now NNU really running out of time. 3rd home run of the season for Lauren Lowe. That makes it 17 RBI for her as well. Moves her into 3rd on the team and runs batted in. And Riley Wales continues the offensive outpouring as she quickly singles through the right side. So it's been walk, single, home run, single, the sequence of the first 4 batters of this inning. That brings up Anna Kastner. Kastner has retired all 12 batters she has seen in this game as a pitcher. Pops this one up to 3rd base. And she will be the first out of the top of the 5th. That leaves Wales at 1st. Brings up Dakota Brooks, batter number 6 of the inning. Brooks takes it outside, ball number 1. 3-run home run from Lauren Lowe just a few moments ago has made this a 9-0 Western Washington lead. 3 multi-run innings in this game for the Vikings. Pitch fouled off, evens the count of 1-1 for Brooks. First baseman 0 for 2. Back third of the order has been quiet for the Vikings. Yet to get a hit out of the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Taking the offering. Runs inside, ricochets away from Genuardi. Wales out to 2nd on the wild pitch. Pitch misses high. This 1-out runner at 2nd. Vikings trying to make this a 10-run game. This is already more than an 8-run lead. So Northwest Nazarene just 3 outs left to work with when they come back to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. This one. Bounce back behind the circle. That's going to fall in for a little blooper. Not the hardest hit ball, but Brooks will take it. She's got herself a single, her first of the day, and that's now hit number 4 of the inning and the 5th base runner of the frame. So here's Kira Doan, 2 on for her and 1 down. 9-0 Vikings lead. Again, for those unfamiliar, 8-run rule here in NCAA softball. So Northwest Nazarene's going to have just 3 outs left. Trying to at least come up with a couple runs. That's just to keep the game alive and get them to the 6th. Chopper, first base side, and foul off the bat of Doan. Brooks is on first, Wales on second. It's been a really complete game so far for the Vikings. Now, in between these games, your head coach Cheryl Gilmore, I'm not sure what the conversation is about what you want to work on, but they're really getting it done on both sides of the softball. There's a little pop-up to second by Doan. That'll be caught by the shortstop Hummel. For out number 2. Back to the top of the order with Chantel Shimabukuro. Eighth batter of the inning, second time in this game. Western's been able to put at least 8 at the plate. Shimabukuro shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a called strike number 1. They've already worked through 2 Nighthawks pitchers and working on their 3rd with Jackie Vargas, who's really a tough entry into the game. First batter she faces, Lauren Lowe, takes her deep for a 3-run homer. That also changes the final line of Gina Skinner. So her final line is going to be 2+ innings, 6 runs allowed, 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks for her. Going to be no decision in the game for Skinner. Two outs, runners at first and second. Shimabukuro takes it high, 2-1. Two-one pitch from Vargas. Little flare into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Wales gets held up at 3rd, so that's going to juice the bases for Mackenzie Palmer. Second hit of the day for Shimabukuro. She's at first, Brooks at second, Wales at 3rd. And the Vikings batting around here in the 5th. Brings up Mackenzie Palmer. Bases loaded. 1 for 3 days so far for the right fielder. First pitch in for called strike number 1. Palmer 3 for 3 yesterday, 4 hits total in this tournament. And Western Washington going to be 3 outs away defensively from doing something to NNU this year that has not happened during the 2021 season. They have not lost on the run rule yet this year. The Vikings even have a couple runs of buffer on that. That one runs up and in. Just off of the chin of Palmer. Takes it, makes it 2-1. Here's a 2-1. Pops up, should be playable for Gagnon. She's called off by Hummel. The shortstop makes the catch and ends the inning. 9 come to the plate in the top of the 5th for Western Washington. They get 3 runs out of it on the power of 4 hits, including the 3-run home run of Lauren Lowe. They leave the bases loaded, but a 9-0 Western Washington lead. They're 3 outs away from the win. Anna Kastner coming back from the bottom of 5. 9-0, the Western Washington lead over Northwest Nazarene going to the bottom of the 5th, and they're 3 outs away from putting the 8-run rule on the Nighthawks. And that gives Anna Kastner a chance to be perfect. It's been 12 up and 12 down for her so far. She is 3 outs away from a 5-inning perfect game. Going back into yesterday, over the last 11 innings, she has allowed 1 hit and no runs, striking out 22 in that time. An incredible performance for the senior. She's certainly setting herself up for the possibility of a second GNAC tournament MVP for her to bookend her collegiate career. Sydney Booth, Maya McNichol, and Abigail Gagnon are the 3 batters she's going to have to deal with here in the bottom of the 5th. Has a 1-2 count now on Booth as that one misses. She has struck out all 3 of these batters and has, in fact, struck out all 9 hitters in the order. 1-2 pitch. This one flown towards the left side of the infield, calling for it. The shortstop, Tatum Dow's there, and we got 1 down. 13 consecutive retired now for Kastner.
The left fielder, Maya McNichol.
She had a 1-hitter in a complete game shutout yesterday, looking to take it 1 step further and make it a perfect game, albeit in 5 innings. First pitch, swing and a miss by Maya McNichol. McNichol 0 for 1. This is just a 2nd trip through the order for NNU. The left fielder hitting in the 5 spot. 0-1 pitch, called strike number 2. Western Washington wins this game. They'll be done for the day, and they will be 1 win away from a 2021 GNAC title. Oh, 2 pitch. Got her at the knees. Looking strikeout for Kastner. That's 11 strikeouts now in 4 2/3. And she is 1 out away from the perfect game.
Third baseman, Abigail Gagnon.
First pitch. Abigail Gagnon swings through it.
Hey, get dirty for me, Eddie! Yeah, Eddie, get dirty! Making a great play right here!
Kastner did not allow a hit to St. Martin's back on March 12th. As Gagnon fouls it off, and now quickly in an 0-2 count. That was over 6 innings.
Hey, your best play, yeah? Get
She did
dirty!
not allow a hit in 3 innings against MSU Billings. But now looking to be perfect in a 5-inning game. 0-2 pitch. Gagnon slices this one down the right field line, making the run for it. It's going to be a foul ball called, as that one just barely misses.
Hey, that's great effort! Great effort!
And whew, what a sweat that was. Wales made the run for it. Nice Palmer, that is, in right field, making the run for it. Couldn't quite get there, just out of her reach, but fortunately for her,
Hey, that's great effort, babe! Good
and for
work.
Anna Kastner, that lays just foul. Otherwise, that was going to be a 2-out double to break up the perfect game. Still an 0-2 count, pitch on the way. Runs inside, and that's going to hit her. Oh, that's a tough way to break that up. Kastner was a strike away from a 5-inning perfect game. and runs a pitch inside, catches Gagnon on the leg. So no hitter still intact, but a runner on base for the first time, ending the run at 14 consecutive retired. And if you even take that further back into yesterday's game, that ends a run of 19 consecutive retired going into yesterday for Kastner. She'll now be facing Nicole Zuvela. One runner on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. NNU just trying to extend the game. They need at least 2 runs to do so. Zuvela 0 for 1 with a strikeout. There's a cut and a miss. Oh, pitch away again from ending the ball game. 2 outs, runner at first. Gagnon got on after a hit by pitch. 0-2 count. Kastner's offering. And it was say called strike number 3. Just catches the inside corner, and that's going to do it. A no-hitter for Anna Kastner as she sends Western Washington to championship Saturday with a 9-0 win over Northwest Nazarene. The senior throws 5 innings, no runs, no hits, no walks, and 12 strikeouts. Was a strike away from the 5-inning perfect game. Hits Abigail Gagnon, strikes out the next batter, and has herself a 5-inning no-hitter. Line score of this ball game: 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Western Washington as they earn their 2nd win of the tournament. No runs, no hits, 1 error for Northwest Nazarene, as they're going to have to play again later today against the winner of Western Oregon and St. Martin's University. Over the last 2 games, Anna Kastner has now thrown a combined 12 innings, allowing just 1 hit in that time and striking out 24. What a couple of days it's been for the senior. That's going to do it for game number 1 of the day. It's going to be about an hour and a half break. We're going to come back with an anticipated 12:30 first pitch for what is going to be St. Martin's versus Western Oregon in an elimination game. Winner of that will go on to face NNU at 3:30 p.m. later on this afternoon. Again, final score 9-0 on the back of a no-hitter from Anna Kastner. Western Washington in control of the 2021 GNAC Softball Championships. They head to championship Saturday and await one of 3 teams. We'll be back at 12:30 with more action here on GNAC TV.